Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope all you guys are doing well today. Well guys, this is it. As Dermot O'Leary used to say when it comes to, like the results, like who's going to be the winner and all that stuff. Like but this is it. This Sunday is the final day of the Premier predictions and I'm looking forward to this one because there's important games that I'm going to do during the live watch along on Sunday. Of course, I'll be covering the Chelsea game, but not only that, I'll be covering the title race, the top four race, and the relegation race, if you know what I mean. So those are the most important ones that I'm going to focus on, so that's why I'm looking forward to it. Who's going to win the title? Who's going to be in the Champions League next season? And who's going to get relegated? It all comes down to Sunday. And this video, I'll be covering all of the games because all games on Sunday kick off at the same time, 4 p.m. I'll be doing the Premier predictions on all of the games. And let's see if I can get at least 10 all of them right. If I could, then I'll be a very happy man. But if I can't, then oh well, I tried. But next season, I'll be focusing on getting every single game right from for next season. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. So yeah, the most points I've got is 10. Hopefully I get more than that. If I do, then that's good. But if I don't, then at least I tried. That's all I can say. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday. It's going to be massive, 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 massive. So if you guys are excited, as I am, if you are new, first of all, hit the subscribe button below. Smash a like if you enjoyed this video and also the rest of the other ones as well. Make sure you share this video to everybody so that they can give their predictions in the comments down below. And also, make sure you hit the bonus notifications so that you keep up to date uh, when I'm doing the live stream, predictions, match previews, reviews, you know what I mean, since I'm a Chelsea fan. But like I said, I'll not only will become the Chelsea ones, but I'll also be covering the other games as well, which I'll talk about at the end of this video. So without further ado, this is it. So this is your last video on the Premier League predictions, the last one, and it's been absolutely fantastic. If you enjoyed this series, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Of course, I didn't cover all of the predictions, but hopefully next season I will do. So yeah, let's move on into my predictions on the final day, which is this Sunday. So, like I said before, all of these games will be kicking off Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. kickoff UK time. So, let's start off with the Arsenal, who are in the top four, versus Everton, who are already safe. And before I talk about that, I like to say congratulations going out to Everton because that combat against Crystal Palace was absolutely unreal because when they went 2-0 down, I just saw the fans, the players, the manager were in tears. They were like, oh my days, we're in serious trouble. But no, keep on believing. The game is not over yet. Yeah? Just just remember that the game is not over yet. So just try and believe. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that late minute goal was absolutely fantastic, and the players were on the ground. But but I mean, sorry, not the players, but the fans were in the pitch already. But all I can say is that save that until the whistle ends. Do not do it during the game, otherwise you affect the game. So yeah, just don't do that. But congratulations going up to Everton. They deserved it. This season it was the worst season ever because they were for the past 68 years they never ever been a relegation zone. Never. They always the team like always been above the mid table trying to go into European places. But this is the first time that they ever been in a situation, and it's not because of Lampard. It's because of which that ex-Liverpool manager, I forgot his name. It starts with a B. Let me know in the comments down below if you remember his name, but it all starts with him. But the thing is that why did Carlo Ancelotti get sacked? Why? Like at the start of the season, they started off really good. They're in first place. Yes, they dropped so many points, but at least he didn't. At least he tried to make Everton be in the European places. At least he tried that. So that's why I don't get why Carlo Ancelotti got sacked. You know, once you sack your good managers, you know you're going to be in serious trouble. So for me, yeah, I don't think it was the right decision to sack Carlo Ancelotti. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. So yeah, but for me, yeah, Everton are too big to go down. You may think they're a small club. No, siree. Because remember, 4 or 5 years ago, they used to be in the Europa League. I know that in the group stages they got knocked out, but they used to be in playing European football for real. Like honestly, man, they're too big to go down. So Everton fans, make sure that you sign some really good players and also make sure that this never ever happens again because you're looking to buy a new stadium, but can you build a new stadium if you're going to be playing in the championship? No. So make sure that this thing never ever happens again. So that's what I need to start off with. So huge congratulations to Everton. Huge congratulations to Everton. For this game against Arsenal, it's difficult, because Everton don't have to win, but if they do win, that means that means even though they're safe, at least they can make sure they are safe. Because imagine, yeah, if Burnley win their next game and also Leeds United. So I just don't know, man. I really don't know. Whereas for Arsenal, the thing is with Arsenal is that whenever they lose whenever they lose the first game, they don't manage to pick up the win the next game. Like if you remember at the start of the season, they've lost to Brentford, then they face Chelsea, they've lost, then they face Manchester City, they've lost. But when it comes to and then they beat teams like Watford, like Norwich, like Tottenham. So Arsenal have this tendency, like when they lose the next game, they don't win. Whereas they win the next game, then they lose. So Arsenal just have this tendency of just not being consistent this season. So I believe here that so for this game, I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Everton win because like I said, Arsenal are just like this weird team, right? They lose against Crystal Palace. Then when they face Brighton, they're supposed to win, but they didn't. Then they face Southampton, where they're supposed to win, but they didn't. So also just been like, okay, we lose, 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 win, 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 lose, lose. They're just so weird, especially this season. So I believe this game, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Everton win. Arsenal fans may not like this, but like I told you before, whenever you lose both games, you don't pick up wins the next one. So that's for me, yeah. I'm gonna go for 1-0 Everton win. And plus, they even beat them last season and done the double for them. Can they do it this time? I think so. And remember, yeah, when Lampard when Lampard was their first Chelsea manager and they faced Arsenal at the Emirates, they beat them 2-1. Yes, he got lucky, but we beat them 2-1. So if he can do it for Chelsea, I believe he could do that for Everton. So for that game, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Everton win. That's it. Moving on into another relegation battle, and it's Brentford against Leeds United. Of course, Leeds United didn't play this week because they've already played more games than Everton, Burnley, you know what I mean. So, yeah, but for Leeds United though, they are in serious trouble because if they don't win against Brentford and Burnley win their next game, which is against Newcastle United, they are relegated. So Leeds United have to win if they want to play Premier League next season. But can I see that happening? No, because Brentford are, yeah, Brentford, yeah, they went to Goodison Park here and they beat them 3-2. So for Leeds United, I just don't see them winning. I really, really don't. They're in serious trouble. Of course, and that's why I'm focusing, and that's the game, yeah, that I'm focusing on, and also the Arsenal game on my live watch along. So for that game, if you're a Leeds fan, I'm sorry to say this, but I have to go for a 2-0 Brentford win because going to the new stadium ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. You know, Tottenham went there, they drawn, even though they should have lost. Arsenal went there, they've lost. Man United went there, beat them 3-1. Liverpool went there, drew them 3-3. Chelsea and Man City went there and beat them only 1-0, which is very lucky. So, yeah, I just don't see Leeds United winning, you know. I just really, really don't. So it is what it is. So for this game, I'm going to go for a Brentford win of 2-0. The next game, of course, is Brighton against West Ham United. Of course, West Ham United will be very, very unlucky not to beat Manchester City because the amount of chances they had, you know, the likes of Jared Bowen and Antonio, especially in the second half, they will be kicking themselves. And imagine if West Ham would be Manchester City, Liverpool will still be have a chance of winning the quadruple, but it all depends on the final day. But we'll get on to that in just a minute. Whereas for Brighton, um, they destroyed Manchester United 4-0. So for this game, boy oh boy, like I don't know. I feel I might go for a draw. I'm gonna go for probably like 2-2. I believe West Ham United will score 2 goals and then Brighton will get back into the game. So this game I'm going to go for 2-2 because both teams didn't lose against Manchester clubs, if you know what I mean. So for that game, I'm going to go for 2-2. The next game, another game that will also be covering on my live watch along is Burnley against Newcastle United. Of course, Newcastle United really did well beating Newcastle, and also that was the last home game of the season. So at least they ended it on a really positive note. So congratulations to Newcastle. Whereas for Burnley, they drew against Aston Villa. I mean Burnley are out of the relegation zone because the goal difference. Both Burnley and Leeds United um, um, have the same points, but Burnley are out of it because of the goal difference. So yeah, for this game, I just don't see Burnley beating Newcastle. To be honest with you, like them and Leeds United, only one team can win, and only one team will go through, and one team will be out. But like I said, who would it be? Would it be Burnley or would it be Leeds United? So those are the two games that I'll be covering for my live watch along. So whereas with Newcastle United, they they want to end the season also on the positive note. So I'm going to back Newcastle United to beat Burnley, probably 2-1. I think Burnley will score, but I think Newcastle United will definitely win. Will definitely win that game. So yeah, for Burnley, they if they want to be in the Premier League next season, they have to beat Newcastle United. But can I see that? But can I see them doing it? No. So for that game, I'm gonna go for a Newcastle United win of 2-1. Let's move on into my football club, the team who I support, which is Chelsea against Watford, a London derby. And this is Chelsea's last game of the season, especially at home. So for this game, I have to go. I wanted to go for a draw, but I was thinking, nah, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Chelsea win because Watford are relegated. It will be so embarrassing, yeah, if Chelsea lose against Watford and Spurs win against Norwich City. Because imagine if not Burnley, Spurs go above us. That'll be even more embarrassing, yeah, than to lose against Watford. Or maybe lose against Watford would be more embarrassing because we cannot lose to a team who's already relegated and is already going to be playing Championship next season. We cannot. We cannot. So Chelsea need to put up a better performance at home than they did against Leicester City yesterday. Because the amount of chances that we had, we should have beaten Leicester City, but we can't. So hopefully these Chelsea players cannot feel scared, put in a 10 out of 10 performance, get the 3 goals, get the 3 points possibly, and just make sure that we secure in third place because I don't want to see Tottenham go above us. I can't. I can't. So for Chelsea, make sure you put in a better performance, and I'll talk more about that in my preview tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. So for this game, I'm going to back my team to beat Watford 3-0 in a London derby, the most important one, of course. Moving on into Crystal Palace against Manchester United. Oh boy, this is a difficult one. Of course, when these two men are Old Trafford, Man United beat them 1-0, and I think Man United, they've just got destroyed against Brighton at home. Whereas for Crystal Palace, they've lost as well. Their last game against Everton. Excuse me. It's difficult, it's really difficult. You know, it's really difficult because Man United want to end the season with a positive, same risk goes for Crystal Palace. So for this game, I'm actually going to go for draw. I'm actually go for 1-1 because yeah, Man United are shit. Whereas for Crystal Palace, they've done far better this season for under Patrick Vieira. I mean, they got through to the FA Cup semi-final, which they've lost to Chelsea, of course. But you know they but remember, yeah, they faced Manchester City at home and they couldn't even score. They managed to keep a clean sheet. So when for Manchester United, they have been shit this season. I expected them to be in the top four and especially go through and especially be in the Champions League, but they haven't done it. They really, really haven't done it. So yeah, so that's why I'm going to go for a draw. Obviously, I wanted to go for 1-0, but I was thinking, no, let me not disrespect Crystal Palace because they really did well this season. So for that game, I'm going to go for a draw 1-1 between Crystal Palace and Manchester United. Moving on into Leicester City against Southampton. Now, of course, both Leicester City drew against Chelsea yesterday. They were good, but they didn't. But they were terrible yesterday. Whereas for Southampton, I can't remember the last game they did. I can't remember. So and plus he's been playing at home. So for that game, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Leicester City win because Leicester, their last home game, they beat Crystal Palace. No, was it Crystal Palace or something else? I can't remember, but yeah. And plus, Jamie Vardy is back, back to back scoring goals. Well, he didn't score against Chelsea last night, but before then, he scored back to back goals. So the Leicester fans are so excited that he's back. So yeah, whereas for Hampton, they haven't done really well this season. But James Ward-Prowse is their top scorer when it comes to free kicks, he can do well. So Leicester City have got to be really, really careful because once Leicester allow Southampton to concede the free kick, James Ward-Prowse will take it and probably score. So Leicester City have got to feel really, really lucky, and they are the first team in this season to concede more goals in set piece than any other team. So Leicester City have really got to be careful, really got to be careful. So that game, I'm going to go for 2-1. Now let's move on into the other two games, which are also going to cover on in my live watch along on Sunday during the Chelsea versus Watford, and it's the title race. This this could be heartbreaking and this could be joyful. Who will win the title? Would Liverpool do it or would City do it? It all depends. So let's start off with Liverpool against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Of course, Wolves. I believe they've lost to Man City 5-1. So yeah, when it was 1-1, you would have thought that, oh my days, like Wolves could Wolves could could get maybe a decent result against City, but no, it's Kevin De Bruyne that scored 4 goals, and he's the third midfield player to do that after Lampard did it, and I forgot who else did it. Well, Lampard only did it twice. The other ones they did it once. So yeah, here's what it is. So for Wolves, they were really, really, really disappointed that they've got destroyed against Wolves. And for this game against Liverpool, I really don't see Wolves getting a decent result because going to Anfield ain't that easy. And I know Liverpool fans will be singing their heart out and they want to back their team. And I know they'll also be watching the Man City versus Aston Villa game as well. And they also want to hear that Man City are losing. So it is what it is. So for Wolves, I'm sorry, but I have to go for a 2-0 what's going on? A 2-0 Liverpool win because like I said, Liverpool are the only team who haven't lost this season at Anfield. Nothing. They haven't lost. Man City done it, Tottenham did it, Chelsea did it, but Liverpool done it, haven't done it. And they're also a team, yeah, who hasn't made any error that led to goals. Man City only done it once, but for Liverpool, zero. And that tells you that they are the best team in England. Even though Man City could potentially win the Premier League, at least yeah, they've won the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and also they win the Champions League final against Real Madrid. So I think this season Liverpool have done a bit better than Manchester City. And just imagine, yeah, if Man City didn't win any trophy this season, that like honestly, man, that'll be the worst season ever. Because you look at Pep Guardiola, look at Man City, they got some brilliant players. Their squad is just strong enough. But to not win any trophies is just unbelievable. So we have to wait until we see what happens on the final day on Sunday. But yeah, moving on, I'm going for a 2-0 um, Liverpool win. So yeah, so moving on into another title race team, and it's Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Now, this is all or nothing for Manchester City because if they don't beat Aston Villa on Sunday and Liverpool beat Wolves, then Pep Guardiola has failed for Manchester City because you'd expect them to perhaps win a Premier League and the Champions League as well. But the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, maybe, but the Premier League and the Champions League is bigger than the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, so it's all or nothing. Like Steven Gerrard, the former Liverpool legend, could make Liverpool win the Premier League next season if he beats Pep Guardiola and Manchester City on Sunday. But can I see that happening? I don't. So for that one, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Man City win. It will be a tight game, but I think Man City will just nick it. They will. They will. You know, going to the Etihad ain't that easy. We have seen a few shocks like Crystal Palace and Tottenham. You know, Liverpool got a draw there, something like that. So we have seen a few shocks, but Man City are still better than Aston Villa this season. So I don't still see City winning it. So if they do win, then they'll be the champions. But if they bowl it, then Pep has failed. He has failed. So I'm going to go for 2-1. And then the last game, it's Norwich City against Tottenham Hotspur. And also the Man City versus Aston Villa one, I'm going to cover that one. And also the Norwich City versus Tottenham because that game Tottenham have to win because Norwich City are already relegated. So for that one, I'm going to go for 3-0. But just can you imagine, guys, if Tottenham lose to Norwich and Arsenal win against Everton, they will become absolute bottlers because this season, nobody, not even me, would expect Tottenham to be in the top four. Nobody, not even Arsenal. But because they've got Antonio Conte, who is an elite manager who can win things. Of course, he didn't win Tottenham anything this season, but next season it could be possible. But the fact that they signed an elite manager, like when you have a manager experience, he can give you a chance to get you back to the place that you should. Because if you remember, when Thomas Tuchel came in here, not only was he an experienced manager, but he took Chelsea back to where we are, which is winning trophies and back in the top four. So Antonio Conte, yeah, really wants Tottenham to be better, and that's what he done this season. And this is between Arsenal and Tottenham this season is because if you look at January, Arsenal didn't sign nobody and they let go of Aubameyang, which they thought it was really good, but they should have said, but they really could have signed a striker who could replace him. For Tottenham, they've only signed two players, Kunisevsky and but the other player who I can't remember, and they changed the game. They were game changers. So yeah, that's the difference between Tottenham and Arsenal. But imagine if Tottenham bottle it and they're in the Europa League. Like Antonio Conte would never be them. Would just leave. He would leave after like I say like 7 months in since he came in October after Nuno got sacked. You know, like for me, yeah, Tottenham have to win that game. If they get a draw, then that still be good. But they cannot lose. They cannot lose. But can I see that happening? No. So for that game, I'm gonna go for 3-0 Tottenham win against Norwich City. Like Norwich City at home, Norwich City this season have been really bad. They have been good in a few occasions, but overall they've just been terrible. Getting destroyed and back-to-back teams that we're supposed to beat. So yeah, it is what it is. So for that game, I'm gonna go for 3-0 Tottenham win. And that is it, guys. That is the end of my Premier predictions on the final day. So let me go through them one more time. First of all, I've gone for 1-0 Everton win against Arsenal. The next one, I've gone for a Brentford win of 2-0 against Leeds. The next game, I've gone for a 2-2 draw between West Ham and Brighton. I've gone for a 2-1 Newcastle United win against Burnley. Um, for Chelsea against Watford, I've gone for a Chelsea win of 3-0 because I know that it should happen. If they don't, then they will let me down. I've gone for a 1-1 draw between Palace and Manchester United. The next one, I've gone for a Leicester City win of 2-1 against Saints. The next game, I'm going for a Liverpool win of 2-0 against Wolves. For the next one, Manchester City win of 2-1 against Villa. And the final one is Norwich nil versus Tottenham 3. So that is all the games that on the final day. And like I said before, the games I'm going to cover, it's Arsenal against Everton, Norwich against Tottenham, Man City against Aston Villa, Liverpool against Wolves. Let me have a look so that I won't forget. Burnley against Newcastle and Brentford against Leeds United. That is all of the games I'm going to cover during my live watch on Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. So this is it. This is it. Like, I'm so excited. Even though Chelsea are not in the title race, I'm still excited as a Chelsea fan because I get to see who will be celebrating and who will be heartbroken and who will be disappointed. So it is what it is. So the title race, the top four, and the relegation can all depend on Sunday. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. And if you guys are looking forward to it too, make sure you tune in on Sunday where I'll be doing a live watch along on that one. So it's going to be special. It's going to be absolutely special. So make sure you change in for that one. So that is it. That is the end of this video. So a massive thank you to everyone who's enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this predictions and all the rest of my series, make sure you smash the like, and if you are new, hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell notification so that there can be alerts once I upload any of my content, and also share this video to everybody so that they can give their Premier predictions final day in the comments down below, and I'll react to them and see if you got it right or wrong. So looking forward to that one. So tomorrow there's going to be a preview for the Watford game. Sunday, of course, live watch long and a match reaction after the game. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. And on Monday I'll be doing reacting to my Premier predictions on the final day. So busy stuff, but hopefully I'll keep you guys entertaining. So looking forward to Sunday. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves, take care, and as always, up the chills.